and I'm not interested in being around rude people.
Holy Toledo. We're having quite the moment, yeah.
And so, a couple days it goes by, and he's just like, your priorities are fucked up, and it should be nice for you to put me first, and you can do that for your son. Like, it was just this.
Oh my.
And so, I was just like, I'm done.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I'm
Done trying, done over it.
You're gonna pull this July 4th, and it was 4 days before I had submitted my 60-day notice to everyone.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, this is now the 5th time that we fucking done this.
Nope. Done.
Didn't say anything to him, and then he's like, at some point we're gonna have to talk. And I was like, yeah, I was gonna ask you if you wanted to file papers together separately. And he goes, oh, I guess there's nothing to talk about. I was like, no, there's not.
It's done.
And I was like, and I'm not doing this. Like, again, that's the whole person. I was just like, you shouldn't. Yeah. So fast forward. I'm like, I have to find a place. Sell my old place until 16th. I moved this last weekend. I took this week off work, so it was so weird that you're like, hey, I have the fit. I was like, no, I'm fucking doing it.
Really, we're getting this done.
But you think my life's like, of course not. No. I'm doing my hair. I'm gonna go pick up my son back in Longmont, and then I'm driving to VA and I'm going to Boston until Monday.
What?
I know.
Oh my god, girlfriend.
By myself. I know.
You are wild.
I'm so tired.
I can imagine.
Just make all the decisions.
Just get it done. You're like, do this length, do this, and we're good.
I know I don't.
Make me pretty.
I can't wash my hair for 2 days, so just slay whatever you're doing.
Right. You have decision fatigue.
I do.
I was just talking about this with this next door. You hit a certain point where like I just can't anymore.
And I feel terrible because my friend that moved from, well, originally they were in Denver, moved to Portland, and 2 years ago they moved to Boston.
Okay.
And I mean, like, even down to the decisions, like, hey, what do you want to do when you get home? I was like, I don't really get home. Yeah, I've never been to the East Coast. I want to enjoy it. I'm leaving everything, my house in shambles, both my places in shambles.
I'm rolling with it at this point.
And but everything flawlessly has worked out.
Well, that's how it's supposed to be then.
I know. It just looks like down to everything.
Wow.
So that's why I was like, oh my god, this is such a
it's like smooth. You're like, how is this happening?
Like, how am I going? And she was like, hey, I saved this for you. I'm like, what?
What? All right. Let's keep rolling with it. Okay.
That's my life.
Well, there you go. That's been quite some time. How long are you going to be in, you said Boston?
Yeah, my plane leaves today at 6.
Okay.
Fucking 4-hour flight, so I didn't get there until almost 1. And then I'm leaving Monday afternoon.
Okay.
So for a weekend. And
Nice
it's supposed to be
little
super overcast, which I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm just excited because it'll be ocean, it's like not here. Food, people, no kids.
Yep, get you away.
So yeah.
Well, there you go. I'm happy for you doing that. It'll be so good for you. You'll feel nice and fresh when you get back. And that's what you need.
My oldest son was like, what are you doing this for? I was like, why not?
Right? Me as well. We're doing everything
And
else
of
now.
course, I'm just gonna call him
Yeah.
He's like, well, I'm not purposely dragging out these papers, blah, 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 blah. And I just asked everybody, I was like, I was just going to print the paper. I was like, it's easier to file together because then you can just file. Like, you don't have to go to any of the hearings, like, nothing's contested. Your 91 days start from the day you file, and then they just marry you. Mail you the divorce.
Yeah.
So, but I'm prepared that if he doesn't, to file and just have to do all the shit. It's just, more emotional, mental shit. I mean,
I just don't want to deal with it.
so I've asked her, I was like, when I got back on Monday, I was just going to print off what I have and go file it, and if he doesn't file with me. And 2 times in the last 2 weeks, he's like, hey, I've had a lot going on because he's a teacher. I've had a lot going on getting back into school. I plan to work on the paperwork over the holiday weekend, this past weekend. I was like, sounds good. And then he messaged me yesterday. And I was like, I didn't get all the paperwork that I've done. I'm not intentionally dragging this out. I know that you want to get this done as soon as possible. I was like, yeah, but I get it. The beginning of school year is hectic. And I'm going to be on this ring.
Yep.
So I asked if I've asked every time I talk to him, like, how much should I get him? They're like, well, when did you have that conversation? Because then even after I had that conversation, sent me a text and he's like, I'm trying to do some self-inventory. What do you feel was the biggest thing that I could work on? And do you still want to be my wife? And I was like, communication or lack of receiving, giving, problem solving, realizing that it is us against the problem. That doesn't mean that you dismiss being upset or frustrated. That means that the problem isn't bigger than us.
Yep.
And then I'm like, I have come to realize the most, like the softest way that I could reiterate to him. I'm like, you can't love me how I need to be loved, and I can't love you how you need to be loved, and that doesn't make either of us a bad person.
That's the best way to put
But
it.
that doesn't mean that we need to suffer in silence and keep trying to do this for whatever fucking show it is that you want to put on. I don't know.
Yep.
So a week after that, he's like, well, in light of your recent comments and you saying that I don't effectively communicate, you didn't answer my question if you still wanted to be my wife. I'm like,
Oh, Lord.
so I was like, I feel like I did a pretty good job at saying it. And then I copied and pasted exactly what I sent to him.
Good for you. You're like, we are not playing this game, dude.
That's been it. I can't do this anymore.
That little dance you've been doing needs to be done.
That's it.
Well, good for you. I'm happy that like you put your foot down. You're like, no more. We've done this. 'Cause the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over,
right.
expecting a different outcome.
Exactly. So, yeah, so that's been over. So obviously you have tea because you're moving studios, you have more openings. Like,
Yes. Well, I have more openings because of the move, and I've been slowly kind of dwindling down who I want to keep on, who I don't. The move is just going to be better for me because in here in this studio, it's like a mortgage I'm paying that I was left with. It's a lot, and so for me to not have to put down the extra expenses to you guys, moving to a smaller studio is ideal. And then being able to move somewhere that's closer to home, because I pay $4,000 a year to take the toll road to get here. So I'm like, I need to find something that is closer to home. We're not having to pay all of that. So that was the studio right there off of Arapahoe and Parker that I'm going to be going to, and I will be there the first week of October. So I'll be going there, and it's only 6 miles from my house.
nice.
So yeah, so it'll be good. I've been taking this toll road for like 10 years now. I'm just done. I'm done over it. I just want to be able to, not stress when winter comes. I turn into a ball of stress when winter comes because I'm scared of, is it gonna snow? Are we gonna have ice? If it did snow in the morning, what's the weather gonna drop down to? Because I have spun out and have issues with driving at home. So which is a ball, I guess.
But everything else is going good.
Yeah.
How's your traveling?
Yeah. So everything's moving and grooving and going going how it should, and I'm just starting to enjoy this cooler weather we're having, and all the little things we can find joy in. Because when did I last see you?
It was like April.
Did my oldest daughter get in her car accident? She got smushed between two semis? Oh, okay. There we go. So, I was here at work, and I have a rule with my family, like, call me twice and I'll pick it up. But no, you'll be on the speaker. So I pick up, and she's just screaming. So apparently, 22525, the merge, heading south. I think that's direction. I'm messed up with directions. And she's in the middle lane. There's a semi on the left and a truck on the right. Yeah, a truck merging on from the right, and the truck merging on from the right just said, "Hey, I'm merging. You're either gonna move or get smushed." So she got smushed. It like sandwiched her Jeep. Thankfully, the semi on the right hand side, he had cameras for a brake, and it caught the whole thing of him like pushing his weight over. It took EMTs and ambulance an hour and a half to get to her. And what happened was, since it was a side,
Like to physically get to the location or get her out?
to get to the location.
Oh God.
Yeah. So what the accident, what it did is it like sandwiched her, and her sandwich, so the front airbag didn't deploy, the side airbags deployed. And so that led her slamming her head on the steering wheel. And then she was like,
Is she alone?
yeah, she was alone. And thankfully, the guy that was in the semi on the left side, he was like a godsend. She's like, I can't open my door, I can't get out of my car because it was completely like smushed. So he came over, he pulled her out, put her in his rig. She was like in short shorts, so he went and got her like, she had snow boots in her car and like some sweatpants. He went and grabbed those out for her and got her, and then my husband and Faith's dad got to her before helped her. And her dad was up in the Springs. And so I kind of just sat on the phone with her, and she shared her location with my husband. And
Because it's like when nobody can get to you, like
yeah,
17 people don't need to.
yes. I know, yeah. She's my accident prone child. I mean, this wasn't her fault. And like she went to the hospital, and my husband went with her to the hospital, and the police showed up, and they said, you know, they were able to view the footage. And so he was written a ticket, but now it's this full long, there's like a lawsuit going on, all sorts of stuff. So, but she's doing better, she's okay. She was doing chiropractor, all that sort of
Does
fun
she
stuff.
just want like a permanent monthly Uber pass so she doesn't have to
That's
drive?
actually what's going on right now.
Like I think it's cheaper than the cost of insurance,
Yeah,
medical bill.
Her insurance was $700 a month.
My daughter's is $6.
Oh, it's insane. I'm
Like it's cheaper just
to Uber. I mean, when you factor in a car payment and insurance and gas and maintenance, I'm like, let's just Uber. So that's been our thing going on, right?
I'm not like my daughter's the exact same way.
Yes, that's right.
You know,
Yep. If it's not one thing, it's another.
every time I answer the phone, I always pause and listen to the background.
Yeah.
Because you can always hear something
Of
before
what's
you know.
going on. Definitely, what are we doing today? Yes, absolutely. And Harper just started 4th grade.
Oh, it's all downhill.
I know. It's like now we're getting into preteen. Hormones are going to be starting with
Because next year it's all going to be about transition to
Yes.
middle school.
I
And then
remember-
middle school it's the first year, and then you're okay the second year. Then it's like it just
middle school is the hardest. I want to say with my oldest, it was like, you know, high school is a lot, but I think middle school was hard. Because it's this transition of them from going, I don't want to say baby, but baby, into like this hormonal creature that you don't know really how to tame it yet.
in fifth grade is I mean middle school.
Yes, yep.
But at least she's thriving though, yeah.
She's thriving. She had a tutor during the summer, and the tutor, we were recommended, and she's a fourth grade teacher, so now she's actually Harper's teacher. So now Harper feels super comfortable with her, which is really nice. And she has confidence this year, Harper does, that she didn't have in past years. So I'll take it.
Ever been foiled on.
No? You're gonna like this. That's how we're gonna get those bright pops on your hair.
I'm just reversing.
Yeah, we've always hand painted you.
I was looking over and I was like,
What? No, we've never. We've always hand painted you. And this is gonna still be very nice and lived in with how I'm doing them because you're getting teasy lights. So teasy lights, I tease the hair and I apply the foil. It mimics balayage. But the perk to it is just we want some bolder blonde on you, and I want to make sure we recast all that warmth. This is going to give us to like that impact that we're looking for.
I told her that I was like, I'm gonna call her. Like, how dare she? She's like, do it. I'm about to do it. She has so much perfume. She's like, there's a few people that she knows that she's having in her life. Honestly, it was like scary at first.
Yeah.
For a lot of people, it's their identity. I like my hair like this, but you know, at the end of the day, I'll toss it back. Like it doesn't. Yep. It doesn't make or break me.
No, absolutely.
And she's like, yeah, they say they've never looked that.
Yeah, it's like the best thing. Like, I do get frustrated sometimes because I can't just like throw it back like I used to. But that's the only real downside to it. When I wake up, I literally brush my hair. Like, I didn't style it. I brushed it. And I'm like, oh, look at this. It's so nice. Yeah, you will love it. It takes a minute getting used to. I instantly love
had
it.
my hair like short.
Oh, I think you told me that, yeah.
Like really short. And I was going to come in and do this time. And then I'm like, let me go and see
How you like
if
it.
I'm digging it. And
Yeah.
if I
Yeah. Take the baby steps into it.
yeah, I was all for it. Like I bought the blow dryer, the flat iron, the Russ hairspray. Like I had it all sent to Boston, so it's there. Like I
Love.
yeah,
Like, you're like, we're set.
I just started sending shit there, and it's there waiting for me.
Love. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be good to go like the second you land. I love that for you.
So this is last second. Tomorrow.
I'm like, all right. Let's keep this rolling. Let's keep this going.
No, exactly.
Well, he's 7 right now.
Uh-huh.
Still a baby. He shouldn't
There's
have me.
like no treads.
Lots of his head.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine.
They're like my
He must have overheard like you're on FaceTime and I was in there. So 2 days later, my son goes, Mom, can we go to Boston? Yes. No. I was like, I don't know if I should have my necklace can't say that. I was like, it's totally, like that wasn't literal.
Right?
And he's like, well, I'm just saying, I'm not. And I'm like, I feel so dirty.
Right?
My
You're like,
12-year-old
oh.
telling me you not.
That is too funny.
Yeah, probably actually see. And he's like, you're not.
Oh, I'm like, okay. You're like, what am I gonna do then?
Right. He just looked at me.
Oh, I love it.
Well, you know that. You have to start with earbuds on conversation.
Yes. I just realized, so like Harper, she'll occasionally take my phone and it's now she can read really well, and she started reading text messages, and I send pictures of my husband. And she's like, what did you tell Daddy? I'm like, get out of there. And she's like, why? I'm like, you're gonna see something your eyes don't want to see. She's like what? And I'm like, you know how mommy and daddy sleep with each other? She's like, I'm like, there's more than that. And she's like, oh, yeah. I was cracking.
Yeah, I had to change my lock.
Yeah.
And now he's like, what's your password? I'm like, why do you need to be my phone? Everyone's like, I'm gonna look something up. No, you don't.
No, you don't. Oh my god. It's so funny. It's such a funny shift. How is he doing with his diabetes?
Really good, but school started again, and I am confident that stress is such a contributor
To spikes?
yeah, like yesterday while I was sleeping when he went to bed, I could not 290. What? And I was like, did you dose? And he's like, yeah. So I'm like, give me a peanut. I'm like, no, he dosed. He pretty much eats the same thing, so it's not like guessing at stuff. I pack his lunch, so he knows exactly how many carbs. His first day of school, same as last year. He eats the same thing for breakfast, same timing. Got to school within an hour, like shot up 100 points, and I'm like, "Are you stressed?" No. And I just think that he doesn't understand like physical stress or like the mental stress how it affects his body. So I'm trying to go to bed last night. I'm doing good, but I tried to get up 4:30. And his alarm's beeping. It's like 290, 310, and I'm like dosing him 3, 4, 5 units at a time. And it's letting me, so it's not like I'm yeah. Yeah, we were over 400 last night while he was sleeping. And like, he woke up and he was just super happy this morning.
So something my dad, because he's type 2, he said one of the things he used to do is he would eat at like 3 a.m. He'd wake up and he'd go eat. And it's his body needing sugar. And he said the best thing you can do is give your body real sugar. So he went and got like real apple juices, and he has an apple juice at like 3 a.m. and he wakes up and he brings out his sugar.
So for, yeah, that makes sense for you too.
Because he's type 1.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So type 1, it's a lot more, I guess they call it stabilization snacks. So you want high protein, low carb. So things like string cheese that has less than 5 grams of carbs in it, high protein, or like a Greek yogurt. And your hormones naturally spike between, regardless of what your shift is, between like down 4 a.m. Then he's preteen, so
Yeah, you got that going.
I'm not as concerned about that, but it was like 8 o'clock that it just like started. And the only thing I can contribute to is stress. Like he skipped intermediate orchestra, so he didn't advanced orchestra this year.
Okay.
And they have a play test today, and he was trying to play yesterday, and he was really frustrated, so I just don't know.
Yeah, that's probably contributing for him as well.
But otherwise, he's doing really well.
Good.
I'd rather him have highs than to have too many lows. Yes. Because he was low one night, and I went in there, and he was like at 35, and he was sleeping, and I'm like, this child's never going to be able to explain himself, because he didn't know he was low. He was sleeping, and I tried to wake him up, and he's all confused and trying to get stuff, you know, like juice or something in his mouth. Had no recollection.
Oh my gosh. That's hard.
I'm so excited to go. I'm so nervous letting him behind us.
Who's going to be with him? Is it just him?
So he's at home, but my son and his girlfriend. So my son's girlfriend is off work and school tomorrow.
Okay.
And then my son works, but then he's there when she's working.
Okay.
And he can be by himself, but it's just the fact of me being across the country.
Yeah.
You know, but every time, like, even when I go to the store, or go see my dad, or like when I come down to these appointments, if he ever needs, he usually will call me if he's not sure about it. And he'll send me like a portion or pictures like on the cards, you know, and
What's going on? Yeah.
I have the follow app so I can see when he's high or low, and
That's good. It's like you have like a handheld babysitter essentially.
But I have like break free.
And I think it's good for him because he's got to learn this.
Well, he has to understand and, you know, be cognizant of it. And not that he doesn't, but It's like if you run to the store and you leave Harbor home, and you stay there for 30 minutes or 40 minutes. He's more cognizant of, oh my God, did I leave the microwave door open or the refrigerator door open? But if you're at home and she grabs something and walks away, like she's not worried about the refrigerator door
For sure.
you know?
Yeah.
So,
It's getting him used to that would be good for him.
yeah, and I no, I think by myself. Ever. It's always been for funerals or family reunions or kids in tow or whatever. And I always feel guilty worrying about like, what's been this one? I'm just like, oh my God, amazing. I'm just gonna check out. Because I'm not gonna be completely disengaged.
Oh, yeah, you'll be just enough, or gives you a break to step away from, the area.
He was like, how much are you taking on the plane? I was like, no, because I'm in the Southwest and I'm gonna try to get kicked off.
Right, like, we're gonna cross our T's and dot our I's with that stuff.
But it's gonna be weird, like, I don't know what to do for 4 hours sitting on a plane. Like, I always have a kid or a grandkid or
Something.
I work at home, like, I'm always doing something.
Yeah. This is really.
Like, I hope I make really good choices. My son's my moral compass, and he's like, do something that feels rational to go to jail. Like, that compromises my job.
Everything.
And that, my job is my insurance to pay for his. Oh my God.
Can't do it.
You are my moral compass.
It
Would
checks
you
you.
make bad choices if I wasn't here? I was like, probably.
Probably. Just being honest.
I know. You are the adult.
Gosh. I love our kids. Seriously, don't mind. I can't be level-headed. Like, they drive me nuts, don't get me wrong. But they keep me level-headed.
So what did your daughter ever decide to do? Did she decide to move in with you or get her own place?
We're still with her dad, because her dad found a way to keep the house. Yeah. So,
Okay.
yeah, I'm like, alright, I guess.
Because he was going through divorce.
Yeah, he is, and then,
And she wants.
she wanted, they signed the papers, they did everything, and then, he went and bought the house, and he never signed the papers because he didn't like the house. And so then she came back and she's like, I want half the equity of your own. And so he was going to sell it, and then he was like, wait, I want to get half your inheritance if you want to let me. So then I think that was after so there's the house still. Living their best action.
Are things better with your options?
Which is good. I'll take it a little bit. I can get it. So, especially the older she gets, it's like you think you never have to do it once a
No, it gets more. I think about all the important things in our life, weddings and kids, and you're not getting away from that, and it's too stressful to do, like, unless it's physically bringing us harm.
Yeah.
You know, like having her to have to plan 2 different birthdays, or it's like
It's just simple. Get along. We're all
right,
adults.
right? Like, no.
Are you all packed for? Oh my gosh.
I am a planner.
Okay.
Just moved to the same house. I don't have animals, but my son's girlfriend is. Yeah, I went in last night. And I was like, oh my God, look at these sheets.
Oh
The
God.
clothes that I had in the bag. And so she's like, just watch it. I was like,
That is the worst smell.
No, clothes. And they're brain no. Oh my God.
I'd be worried.
He's like, well, it shouldn't have been on the floor. I was like, I can rent here. You can rent on the floor. I know. I was like, no. Not gonna do that.
We're not going down this route.
Threw the clothes away. And I'm like, I'm wearing leggings and tank tops and a hoodie. Like, that's all.
That's it.
Nobody is stopping me from going on this trip. So I have, this morning, that's why I and most of it is, like, I'm gonna go back. I washed my hair last night, but like, I'm gonna go back and like, take a body shower, get dressed, grab my stuff, and go. I'm probably gonna I'll have waiting but
Yeah, it's kind of fun. I like to go makeup artists in between. Put on some really good hydrating, like lotions, that sort of stuff. So when you get off, you're not all like dehydrated and wasted.
and then I'm totally prepared. Just for acne on my right side of my jaw, but will not go away. Yeah, I am so ready to go and be in all the humidity so that I can come back in a week and a half and break out like I'm 12. Because you know
That's
that
how it happens.
Like,
Yeah.
you go and then you come back and it's super dry and your skin is different.
Yeah, that pH balance and the hydration, it goes like wonky and it doesn't know what to do.
I'm here for it. We're doing it. We're doing it.
I love it. At least we're aware of it.
I'm like, I don't.
And we're just gonna roll with it.
And that's the best thing.
I call it the bullshit meter. Once it gets filled, you're like, I just don't care. Just don't care.
Just to the right, I mean, the side of her building was on the other line. The front faced the other street, you know? Yeah. 800 square feet. Window unit. Yeah. That's good. And other one is definitely gonna be good. Sickly one, problem, like, all the accidents, all the things. Yeah. She was moving this last week.
Oh, where'd she move to? Because she was in Parker with
She just moved to another place in Parker.
Oh, yeah.
When I told her, I was like, hey, I'm moving the last week of August and I've already asked the boys to help me. Mom! I was like, sorry, Mom, I get to pull that card.
Right? You're like, this
So,
is going.
I can move on Saturday if you want to see if maybe they can help you Sunday and Monday. Like, I'm doing all the big stuff. She's like, oh my God. Lord. But, Ryan fell on his face and like twisted his nose and pulled my lip and
That's fun.
and then my people started hurting about 5 minutes while I was working party and the last week I've gotten more calls. Well, you tell your son, stop calling me.
No, they're doing that.
To tell him to stop calling me something like that. I'm gonna block him. I was like, how did I know? Tell
You
him.
guys handle this shit.
This is not me. Wow.
Oh, girl. You're like, no, or no.
Yeah, so last night she's sending me screenshots. Tell him something like it's not my contract.
You're like, no, we're staying out of this. You handle it.
That's fine. I'm 2 degrees of separation from everybody else's bullshit.
Right.
And trying to keep mine. I told my oldest son, I was like, so I'm gonna cut all my hair off. He's like, oh, Jesus Christ, are you going through a midlife crisis?
Oh, Lord.
I'm like, God. And then Noah, he was like, I'm gonna get a Karen cut. You're doing the Karen thing? And I'm like, no, I am done talking to everybody. I'm so done with
When
her.
people call my hair a Karen cut, I'm like, no. The Karen cut has a stacked graduation in the back. Get it right.
I'm like, oh my God. I'm just gonna shave it. I'll just go to the
Right.
barber shop. How about that?
Shave it and call it a day. We're done and done. Oh, gosh.
Yes, I might just sleep on the thing. I never do, but
Well, that'll be nice
I
to
might
sleep. Get some rest going. I have such sleep and I always forget.
I try.
It's like the most deceiving.
I think I told her I was like in 5th grade. Like a perm. So yes, go get it quoted. You know, like
Yep.
So I walked in and people just looked at my hair and they're like, whatever the price was.
Yep.
She started doing it. She's like, can I change the price? I was like, nope.
Nope, you locked in.
So yeah, you understand the importance of texture at this length.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yours is definitely, you have what I always say, it's angel hair pasta and a lot of it.
I need your haircut too. So my daughter has coarse linguine, but it's like mine, and she has so
Oh, okay.
yeah. Like, yeah, I'm getting ready to cut it. She's like, never come out. Wait till you have kids.
Yeah. Yep.
She's like, I'm so. I don't think that. Well, my problem is that I want long hair and I want all that, but like I work from home, I never go anywhere.
Yeah.
And every morning I get up and I twist it and I put a hair clip in it. And I'm like, if that's all I'm doing with it, then why?
Yep.
So then I cut it.
Well, and that's like with mine. I was like, I got to the point where I was like, yeah, look how long my hair is. It's beautiful. But then, like, I would just twist it up and put it in a messy bun. Versus this, like, it's down, it's done, and I don't feel as, like, loopy. The best thing is when you wash it.
The first time you like all the wait,
Like,
too much.
whoopsie.
Okay. Where's your next trip to?
It was supposed to be, I was going to be doing Canada. It's going to be during Harper's break. So then I think it's just going to be Jersey. I think that's where it is. Jersey.
Do you get to pick and choose, or do you pretty much do everything, and then when they ask you to do one and it's like something you can't do, it's a little bit
Yeah.
more forgiving?
It's more, like I gave them my travel dates. And the one in Canada is not on one of my travel dates because it's during Harper's break. So I'm like, we don't actually know. Okay. So it's kind of like, roll with it in that direction. If it's something off the travel dates, they'll ask and see. And if it's not going to work, then they find somebody else that can kind of fill my spot for that time.
So what did your husband decide to do? I know that he was it's like
Yes.
He's gonna get a job. It wasn't gonna
So
get a
he's
job.
working, I always call it ski, it's Epic Ski Wear. It's on Parker and Houdini, I have them all over. And so he's working in the snowboard department right there right now, because the season started back. So that'll take up some of his time. And then I think we're gonna reevaluate it more once,
He was gonna go back and cut hair, wasn't he?
we talked about it yet. And so we're gonna evaluate once Harper is at the age where she can go home and we don't have to have somebody from with her getting her up, seeing what we can do then. I have Ruby. Oh, Ruby Dooby's living her best life. She was so cute. I hand painted her tail purple the other day. I was like, oh my god. And she just like laid there and
She didn't like try to.
no. She just, I put a towel on the counter, put her up on the counter, and did it. And she was like, okay. And just like living her best life. I'm like, yourself. So yeah, she's doing really well. She just turned 1 year old on 4th of July.
She's pretty much a family dog, or she bites most of the time.
She is a daddy's girl.
Really?
Daddy's girl through and through. Like, it's to the point where it's obnoxious. Like, she just can't get enough of him. And like,
Well, it's just them two during the daytime.
yeah, yeah. So those two have just, and you know, she was coming in here, but then she was getting way too vocal. And no matter what I did, she was like she, you know how huskies talk a lot?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That is her. And it's not like yapping, just like she's talking. I'm like, Ruby, stop it. Oh.
Well, she certainly gets the attention from him during the day. I'm sure he has full-blown conversations with her.
I told him, I'm like, you never feel alone when you're with her. He's like, no.
So she like going rides with him.
Oh yeah. Yeah. She goes everywhere. She loves to be with him. They have lots of cuddle time. And then like he hits a point in the day where he's like, I can't do any more Ruby. I'm like, Ruby, come here. And I literally have to hold her to keep her next to me because she's like, Daddy, where are you going? Like he'll get up to go to the bathroom and he'll come back in the room and she'll act as if he's been gone for an hour. You just gotta greet him. Hi, Daddy. Hi, Daddy. How you doing, Daddy? I'm like, oh my God. And so then the breeder reached out. It was a week or two ago. And was like, hey, how's Ruby doing? I said, good. And they were like, Ruby's got a brother and a sister. And one of them's name was Cheerio. And I was like, I need Cheerio. Cheerio is going to be a boy, and he's going to love me more than Ruby. Because Ruby doesn't love me. And my husband's like, absolutely not.
No more dogs.
He's like, no, not until Ruby is like done with this full puppy stage because she's so much energy right now. He's like, then we can kind of consider it. But until then, we are not doing this. I like, I need Cheerio. I need Cheerio. I need a boy because you've taken my girl. He's like, no. And then you have to see that wig in front of you. I have a big photo shoot this week. I'm shooting for the North American Hairstyling Awards. I've already put in, let's see, 6 hours on that guy. So now I need to style it, get it prepared, because it's a wig, but I put extensions in it, and I applied the extensions. I applied the wig once, and it was just like too dull, so then I recolored it again. I have 3 of them.
So is this only photos submitted, or do you have to go somewhere?
No, just photos, yeah. So I'll be going to, he used to be my mentor back in the day. I'm going to go to his house this weekend, and he's going to shoot it for me. So we have 3 models, I have 3 wigs. It's going to be good. And the theme is like clouds and the sun. So like the sun is the root. And then, you know, when the sunset happens, and it has like the pinks and all those. And then I have a sunrise one where it's an afro. It was straight, and it's bright pink, orange, and yellow. And then it has like silver smoky roots. And then I have another one, it's a white wig. And we're trying to figure out
No pressure.
right.
It's only Thursday.
Right? I'm like, I'm gonna get on this and he's like, how much more time do you have? I'm like, I've been working on these wigs around the clock since Saturday. So it's been nonstop.
Wish I was creative. All the artsy people in my life, I'm like, God, I just, that whole entire bus
Just missed you. Yeah.
It was sleeping when I was concerned.
It's like, oh, we're gonna skip this one.
I am like the simplest person when it comes to cooking for animals. It's like the giraffe with the giraffe and pick up shoe color that goes with it. You know, like a totally.
Yeah. Today. I'm so excited for this transformation. They're gonna have a hard time finding you.
Well, I mean, it's 12:30 in the morning. So.
Well, then there you go. Cut down.
Yeah.
Tone wise, you just want to keep these blondes nice and bright and not super ashy or super warm in any sort of way. Nope, I gotcha. You showed me pictures.
I'm like,
You're like,
please help.
decision fatigue, Katie. We just talked about this. Help a girl out.
Everybody thinks that when I get to that point. You know, they're like, hey, there's something that's like that. You know, when I told you I don't care what we eat, I literally
generally
don't care.
As long as it's edible.
I will find something on the appetizer menu. I will get a great
Yes,
salad.
I'll
Something
figure it
that
out.
have chips or like there's.
Yeah, there's a will, there's a way.
I honestly don't care. Whatever everybody wants. I can't eat a lot lot of the same stuff. Like if we go somewhere where it's just pasta, like we can eat it. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna get us out like that. Thanks for your decision.
Yeah. You'll figure your way around it.
Was it us that was talking about those head massage or head spa?
Yes.
Have you gone?
So there's one here.
Oh,
She's upstairs. Oh my gosh. I cannot imagine how much money she spent installing it. So it's like a bed in the middle of the room. They had to do a ton of electrical, a ton of plumbing to it. It looks incredible, but it's very much a niche. So the stylist next to me was talking to her. She's like, she went. And she said it was great, but it's definitely one of those you do once in a blue moon sort of thing. But yeah, you got it all here.
yeah, it's not blooming.
Yeah, and then it'll pay for sure.
One of my coworkers went for a routine second time. So it's like
Yep.
She decided to go
Get it done.
which I totally wish on.
Yeah.
It's like,
I don't want that sitting there.
no, like I have zero use for them. Nor do they even remotely resemble what they once did.
Right? Let's get them gone.
Sometimes, like when I bend over and I touch them, I'm like, these look like
I know. It's like socks, like tube socks. You're like,
and there's rocks in them.
so like, how did this happen?
They're what?
You're like, yay.
I'm like, you can take them. And I would
Park them right up and give them nothing to worry about.
I would seriously consider not even getting anything. Like,
Yep, let it be.
yeah. But her birthday's 4th of July, and so she's like, you know, like a head massage and
Love
spa, like the
it.
whole thing. Like, and so that's what I was sitting here and I was like, what are you talking about? It's like,
I think that's there. Yeah. I know we have them here. And when I watch them on like social media clips, I'm like, that looks really relaxing.
that's like something that you get for somebody that gets everything for themselves and impulsively, like they don't have a wish list. Because
Yes.
So
It's all there. Yeah.
you think you're almost done, and there's just more things.
I know, it's like this tiny little section. It's gonna keep going and going and going. Especially foiling versus painting. Foiling, it just feels like it's this like never ending process.
I feel like in work, I always dread the tedious stuff, but I'm such a project-oriented person.
Yeah.
So I'm like, we're gonna do this, and it doesn't discourage me when I start doing it.
Yeah, you get on there, you're like, what?
100 Excel rows left to do, and for each one, I have to change one letter, so I can't like,
Yep.
you know, I just have to go through it, but then I'm done. It's like, I'm like, you know, and it's just rewarding, so.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those. That's what like coloring hair is. I hear a lot of people are like, I can never sit there and do that. I'm like, I thought the same way, and then once I get into it, I'm like, okay, it's kind of.
You prefer coloring over cutting, right?
Oh,
Like if you had to pick.
Yeah, I would color a million times. I started off as a cut specialist, and that's only because cutting scared me, and I wanted to get really good at it. So I could cut like a champ, because I forced myself. But if I had to pick, it would definitely be like color, all day, every day for sure.
Oh yeah. I didn't know that you have like muscles in your eyelashes and
What?
after moving, there was parts of my body that hurt. Why does that hurt? Like, what exactly does that do when moving? And it's just like my eyelids and, you know, like
all
your
those
neck,
little
like
bits,
all
yeah.
this stuff. Yeah. Oh God.
The joys of it. I'm not looking forward to moving my studio. I'm starting it this month. The first week of October is when we start the new one. So today I'm bringing home a bunch of my plants. So they can start to get settled in at home because my new studio does not have a window. So I won't have the natural light to help my plants. So
you have to get used to
uh-huh.
all your color dimension stuff.
And all that, yeah.
How do you do that? You just wing it the first time, or do you do
Luckily,
wigs and stuff?
I know pretty much how a lot of hair is going to lift and how it's going to look on a lot of my clients. And then I'll usually bring in my sister, who she's like the guinea pig for all hair. And her hair, I'll sit there and try different lightings, especially like pictures and where everything's going to work.